Running helps to strengthen every part of your body, and no matter what type of running you do, it boosts your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems, as well as your metabolism. It's just that each type of running affects your body in a slightly different way and targets different parts and systems. Slow running strengthens your heart and blood vessels and improves your fat-burning potential, while sprinting targets and trains your fast-twitch muscle fibers and exercises your central nervous system, while trial running develops your coordination skills. But every time you put your body under stress, and it is through stress that you teach your body new things and discover new opportunities. Dr. Hans Selye, the father of stress theory, introduced this term stress to describe a way the body reacts to any change in the environment. Dr. Selye is sometimes called the Einstein of medicine. He published more books and articles on stress than any other author, but he wasn't the first to use stress as a scientific term. By the time he introduced it into medical vocabulary, physicists had already been using it for centuries when speaking about elasticity and plasticity. I'm going to draw some parallels between a human body and a paperclip. As you know, if you slightly press onto the end of a paperclip, it will go back to its initial position. So, the ability of a material to return to its original size and shape after being deformed is called elasticity. If you don't exercise regularly, your body will pretty soon return to its initial pre-training state. So, if you only run once a week, you don't put your body under enough stress to develop and improve as a runner. And if you still haven't pressed the like button under this video, I'm going to show you one more example of elasticity. And now let's try to apply more force on our paperclip. See? It has deformed. Now, this is what is called plasticity. Plasticity is the ability of a material to change its shape without breaking. However, if I keep on bending the metal end, it's going to break. Something like this often happens when you start exercising too vigorously right from the word go. A new runner tries to do the same as what a well-trained athlete does and goes too hard, too fast, too soon. For most of us, the word stress has no positive connotations. It's something that turns our hair gray, gives us heart attacks, strokes, and just makes our life miserable. But there are two sides to every coin, and stress is no exception. Selye didn't think that stress was necessarily a bad thing. According to him, stress is a body's response that helps us survive, and so stress can be good, which he called eustress, or bad, which he referred to as distress. Usually you experience good stress when, for example, you ride on a roller coaster and get the thrill, go on a first date and get the swoony feeling, or visit a country that you've never been to before. While distress, according to Hans Selye, it's a destructive type of stress. Selye also famously called stress the spice of life, and stated that to live well, you shouldn't try to avoid any stress, only distress. Another well-known phrase is the survival of the fittest, a concept popularized by the founder of the evolution theory, Charles Darwin. Sadly, this phrase is often misinterpreted. In truth, according to Darwin, it is not the strongest of the species nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change. This stress adaptation mechanism is essential for our development, and the examples can be found everywhere. This is how our universe works, and this is how our own tiny universe, the human brain, also functions. When we need to learn something new, when our brain encounters a new task, it focuses on solving it. And while doing so, synapses or links between neurons are formed. But to strengthen and maintain these neural connections, our brain needs some downtime, shifting from the focus mode to a relaxed state of mind. However, if you don't have to solve the same task once again, shortly after, these synaptic connections lose their stability, because what makes them stable is repetition. No matter how long it takes you to learn to keep balance on a bicycle, once you've mastered it, you can ride without even thinking. And this is because your brain has formed strong neural pathways related to cycling. But what is it about running that your body can perceive as stress? It depends on your level of fitness. For a beginner, even alternating between walking and running can be stressful enough. The good news is, you will adjust in no time. Your body will get used to the new type of load. All your systems will adapt, your heart won't be pounding like crazy, your muscles will stop getting sore, and your tendons and ligaments will strengthen. In the meantime, you'll find that you're able to run longer, faster, and cover greater distances. And then your body will need a new degree of stress for further progress. And now I'd like you to join me in my running workout. I want to show you how much stress is enough for me. I'll be doing interval running, which means I'll be alternating between fast and slow running. Today, I'm going to run 21 intervals, where my fast segment will be 800 meters at a pace of 350, and my slow segment, or recovery, will be 200 meters at a pace of 6 minutes per kilometer. Now I could run no more than 10 kilometers in a row at a pace of 350. But thanks to the recovery intervals, I'm going to cover about 17 kilometers at this pace today. By putting myself under this type of running stress, I'm teaching my body how to keep a fairly high pace for longer distances. This workout suits my body and my current fitness level, which makes this exercise eustress for me. And the track is perfect for interval running because it gives you precision, exact times, and exact distances. 8 intervals are done, 13 to go. What about you? Okay, 12, going into the 13th. It's all in the mind for sure. Long distance running is all about the right mindset, whether it's a race or a long, tough workout. That was hard. 21 intervals. 2 weeks ago, I did 15 intervals just like this. And honestly, back then, I felt like I couldn't do it anymore after the 15th interval. I was doing the same intervals at the same paces, but I was doing 15 of them. However, today I've done 21 intervals, and I'm feeling more or less like I did back then. After running 15 intervals, it means that in these 2 weeks, my body has adapted, and now is ready to take another step. Another leap forward. So I'm training like this because in 2 weeks, I'm taking part in a race and I want to be as fit as possible. On the contrary, for a novice runner who tries to do this workout, it will definitely be distress. When it comes to training, it's wrong to emulate other people. Same with advanced athletes. For some of them, this type of workout may be not demanding enough. That's why it's important to choose an exercise program according to your own current fitness level. During the fast segments, my heart rate was getting up to 175 BPM, and during slower periods of recovery, it was getting down to 135, 140. Overall, I've been running for an hour and 56 minutes. I've covered 25 kilometers. My average heart rate was 160. My peak heart rate was 180, and my average cadence was 175. So, why interval running is good stress and an excellent way to condition your body for higher loads? Because you can't just get up and run fast for long periods of time. You need to teach your body how to do it, and that's what intervals are for. You sprint, you recover, you sprint, you recover, and so on. This way, you help your body to adapt and you will be able to sustain a high pace for a longer time. The legend goes that Gautama Buddha was a prince who, until he was 30, had been living behind the palace walls, insulated from any suffering. And it's only when he went outside and saw the real life that is, had stress for the first time, that he began his quest for enlightenment. And I'm sure that there were quite a few times when you had to deal with stress, but in the end, it turned out to be a good thing. So please, share your stories in the comments below to support one another.